Guys, welcome back again. It's your boy Joey Akurika, and today I'm going to be sharing with you simple tricks on how to become attractive as a guy like myself. There are some simple secrets that all of us need to know that will make us attractive as guys. It's a known fact that everybody has the aim or want to be attractive one way or the other. But the point is, majority of us are not privy to some of these simple tricks. So I've made it a point, or I've deemed it so wise that I share with you, the little that I have. Who am I not to share? The tricks that I have that can probably boost you up to be able to mingle with people, to be able to hang out with the people you want to hang out with, especially the females. So this is going to help you in a long way to be able to interact with both males and females. So in the next couple of minutes, I'll be sharing with you some 5 simple tips that will get you on your toes to be able to function as a guy that you want to function with. Majority of us are not privy to some of these things, so it's only right that I share with you these things. So without wasting time, let's get it. So point number 1 or tip number 1 is you need to always keep that eye contact when you are talking to people. It's very crucial to keep eye contact when you are talking to people. Assuming talking to you right now and I'm like this talking to you, I kind of face the ground talking to you. How do you feel? It feels awkward, it feels weird. But the truth of the matter is that is how most of us are. Most of us, when we are talking to people, we are so shy, we are so inferior in ourselves that we don't feel like looking in their faces while talking to them, which is a very bad thing. It makes you look as an inferior, as a shy person, and nobody wants to mingle out with such people, to hang out with people who cannot look into their faces and express their feelings, express whatever they have to. So it's very important to always look at people in their faces when talking to them. And mind you, if you are somebody who wants to be around with girls, make sure this point is in your fingertips, because no girl wants to mingle around or hang out with guys who will be talking to them while having their faces somewhere. You need to look at them in the face and tell them what you really want to express to them. That's just simple. It's simple. And trust me, if you tried, if you're somebody who is like that and you try this, you are going to get the results. And you come back thanking me later. That is all. Alright, so I hope you've learned something out of that. And without wasting time, I'll be going straight to point number 2, which is you always need to smile or laugh conveniently, or when it is absolutely important or necessary to smile. All of us have those kind of people in our groups, or maybe we have such friends that laugh anyhow or smile anyhow, even when there's nothing to smile about, when there's nothing to laugh about, they laugh anyhow. And then most of the time we term these people, or we always call them clowns, because they do things in a weird manner. We don't even know where it's coming from. So we don't give them that regard, we don't give them that respect as people who kind of laugh or react when it is absolutely necessary to react. And I always want to make put it to the opposite sex. When you are with the females and you do this, you can never win their hearts. So you always have to make sure You smile when it is absolutely important to, or when it is convenient to smile. Don't just smile because you are around people. Smile just because maybe you are with a lady and then you are overwhelmed or something. No, don't just control it, and smile appropriately, and it is going to help you. Okay, so number 3 is always listen to conversations before responding, or always listen to the conversation before your response. What am I talking about? Like, I'm talking with you right now, and then you tell me something, and without getting to, listen to whatever you are saying, I just pounce on it and try to give it back to you without thinking. You have to think about what the person is saying for about 2 seconds before you are able to give it back to them. And when you are talking to ladies and you are kind of rushing them, when they say something, you don't let it rest, and then you kind of rush them. Always they get to, become bored, fold their arms and listen to whatever you have to say, since you have all to say. And trust me, when it happens that way, the conversation, or when that happens, the conversation collapses immediately. Because a conversation is supposed to be a reciprocal thing, give and take, give and take, give and take, and it goes on and on like that. So if you want to be the captain of it, and then you always, when they say something, and then when they say something, bro, it will end up shutting them up and leaving you to do the conversation alone, and you don't want to be in that situation. So always listen to people, make their point very well before responding, and it makes you a gentleman as well. Alright, so I think that is point number 3, right? So let's get to point number 4. And point number 4 is do not stalk women. As a guy, you don't need to stalk women. It is very bad. It's a very bad act, and it will tarnish your image, to make you look useless in front of women, and then you lose your respect. You lose your respect. So in order to be that alpha guy that you always dream to be, you have to know your boundaries. If that girl gives you her contact, you call her, she doesn't pick, you text her, she doesn't respond, just keep your cool. Don't try to go a bit further, maybe going to look for them, going to do this, or over texting, or pouring out your emotions to them. No, that's not how it works. Immediately you start doing these things, they realize that you are a weak person, and then you have nothing important to do apart from them. You don't even have anybody important in your life. That's why you are stalking them. And then and there they will ditch you and then go for the hard guys. So you have to be very careful. There are ladies everywhere. If you do these things and then look, if you text, they don't respond, you don't reply. You call, they don't respond. Just keep your cool. If they come back, fine. You can always play your game after. But if they don't come back, nigga, move on. Just move on. There are many girls, as they always say, there are so many fishes in the ocean. So why chase that particular fish? It might end you somewhere you don't want to be. So always play your game very well. It's called self-respect. Do not lose it. Do not lose it. I feel the pain when I see guys trying to do these things, or when I see a guy being heartbroken and then kind of shed tears. It gives me, it pains me internally, but I don't think I'll ever be a victim of that bullshit. I don't think so. I don't think I'll ever be a victim of that. So, same, you don't also have to be. Alright, so I think that is well understood, and I'm safe to move to point number 5, which is my last point for this particular video. And that point is, everybody knows this. Dress with clean clothes, fit clothes, clothes that are clean, that are fit. Keep a smart haircut. Have a bright smile, and then always remember to smell good. These are the first things people take into account, or people get to know about you without even having to interact with you, without having to sit and talk with you or even do anything. And this determines whether a person will like you or not, because when you have that choky smell coming out of you, I'm sure it's going to scare everybody around you away. Trust me, it's going to scare people around you away. So is when you dress haphazardly, you dress with dirty clothes or oversized clothes, and you walk anyhow. It's going to give people the impression that you are not up to speed, or you are not fashionable, when people do not need, or people do not like to associate with such people, as I always sing to your ears. So as guys, we always have to keep our game, so that we keep ourselves on the road and up to speed what is going on, so that we can always have the people we want around us. And people who are always who always get to do some of these things I'm sharing with you right now, people term them as cliquish, because when I see somebody who has the same character or who has the same characteristics as myself, then I become a friend to them, because we have the same kind of, we have things in common we can share with us ourselves. And people get to say, oh, these people, they are cliquish, they have a clique, they don't want people to, we don't mingle or hang around with anybody at all. Hang around with people that you can relate with, people you can share with. Not people, well, that's it. Alright, so this brings me to the end of today's video. I hope you've learned something out of this. And guys, do not forget to subscribe, like, and always feel free to leave a comment down below at the comment section, so that we get to interact and get to share more of the things that will help you and me, move forward as a people. So guys, thanks for watching, and do not forget to share my videos with your friends, your families, and whoever you want to share with. Thanks for watching. Do have a great day, and don't forget to stay safe. Then I get to say bye for now, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.